Howdy doody. Good morning. You're in my kitchen.
What is this?
Your kitchen.
How weird is that? So, here's the deal. The truck is done. If you're not familiar with the truck, you probably know from the thumbnail. However, we've done a series of videos on this thing. It's a 1966 International pickup. I pulled this thing out of Michigan, but it was a born and raised Ohio truck, which is where I live. Hasn't ran since the 80s, so when I got it, the rear end was completely locked up, wouldn't roll. We got that going, got it running for the first time in almost 40 years. Now we got it driving and stopping as well, so this thing essentially is ready to hit the road. So today is gonna be an easygoing day, which is why I'm sitting here having coffee inside. It's also pouring rain. So when that quits, I'm gonna take this thing for a spin, take you guys along with me to one of my favorite spots to just go for a cruise. Pretty scenic Metro Park area, so hopefully, fingers crossed and all my toes, hopefully this thing does all right. For now, I'm gonna cut to a scene of me putting on the exhaust system on this. I say exhaust system, that would be a generous term for what I did. I put a muffler on the thing and fixed some rust holes, basically. So let's get going on that, jam this thing on the road and see how she does. Woo! Staying on brand for this one. Had to go with the original. Oh, I'm so happy they still do this. Classic. Okay, so I got my muffler and I got a little 18-inch extension. I want to make this quick and painless, just pure functionality right now. I just want it to quiet down a little bit. I'll jump beneath the truck and show you what I got going on, but the existing downpipe, I guess you'd call it, is completely rotted out. So I'm gonna cut that out, put a little extension piece in, throw a muffler at the end of it, call it a day. So I'll show you what we got going on. Okay, so our manifold's up there and it comes down this pipe, and obviously this is the biggest of our holes. You follow that along, there's another one right here, and then this is where it's hacked off. This is where that old Thrush glass pack was. So all I'm gonna do, there's an existing hanger up here somewhere. There it is, I bent it up, it's right here. I'm gonna reuse this bend because this is kind of a funky bend and it's pretty solid. And I'm gonna cut right here. I'm gonna put my little extension piece here, weld that to the bend, and then the muffler right there. Before I get cutting, I'm just gonna take a paint marker, line everything up by hand, just by eyeballing, and give myself some marks so I know how to clock the existing bend, where I'm putting everything. Now I'm gonna get to cutting, weld her up, nice and simple. Let's make it happen. I knew this was going to be the case. It's not a surprise, but this is really thin. So I'm just kind of stitch welding this in, just zapping it one zap at a time and taking it real slow. It's working out all right. So I'm just going to keep this going and check in with you in a bit. Here's how we ended up looking down here. Not too shabby. Should just do the job, you know. I think that'll do it. Now that that's all welded in, I say we get this thing back on its feet, start her up, see how it sounds. Has begun. I do have one genuine concern, and it is my passenger side rear tire. Definitely going to blow at some point. The question is when. So we're going to ride it out and see how far we get. All right. First breakdown, and I'm thinking it's a fuel related issue. We made it about a mile down the road.
You serious, Clark?
I'm thinking since I'm running the old tank, I might have some clogged up rust or something either in the line or in the tank back there. So I ran and grabbed my truck with my compressor on it. I'm gonna shoot some air in it, see if that's not it. Hopefully it is, and we can keep on trucking here. So I just got a rag wrapped around my hose here, and we're just gonna give it some air pressure and see if it kicks over fuel over there. Now it's running. Swollen lines will get you every time. I didn't even know this one was down there, but you can't even see the hole. That right there. So once I got that figured out and repressurized the system, we are good to hit the road finally. Maybe. What a rig. I've been driving this thing around for like an hour and a half, just toying around with it, and she is doing so well. Other than the obvious issue that we had early on figuring out that fuel line, she has been running absolutely beautifully. Super happy with this thing. Honestly, I was a little bit worried, especially with that tire. I was a little bit worried that I was going to break down about halfway through this thing, but no problem at all for this thing. Just handled everything with ease. So that right there will wrap this thing up, but if you could, let me know your thoughts on this truck. I got compliment after compliment with people passing me up. Every time I had a car go by, and obviously I'm stopping to film, so every time I had a car go by, I would say 75% of them stopped, rolled their window down. Is your truck for sale? Cool truck.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Which is always really fun when you're driving something like this. Put a smile on your face. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this old gal? Is she a keeper? Should we keep restoring it? Should we just have it as a farm type truck and leave it how it is? What are your thoughts? For now, I'm gonna be parking this thing because I have a bunch of other projects to move on to, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do me a favor, subscribe, like the video, share it, all that fun stuff. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and the TikTokies, so give me a follow out there as well. And with that, always remember, don't be afraid to grab that wrench and get after it yourself. We'll see you next time.